Hello guys, welcome back. Now today, this is going to be one of the first MLB videos in a long time. I haven't really done an MLB video in about like 4 months, so it's been a little while. But today I'm going to do the 2018 predictions of the regular season and the playoffs. Now I got the whiteboard back with me for predictions today, and we're going to start with the NL Central now. We're going to go later into the playoff brackets and what I think will happen in the playoffs, but for right now, we're going to start with the regular season. Now, in the NL Central, I have the Brewers winning division. I think they have a promising team there. You got the Cubs, who will get that wildcard spot. I think they'll get that last wildcard spot in the NL. I think that they got a solid team. They're still pretty decent there. Then you got the Cardinals, who I think will just miss out of the playoffs. Just miss by like a couple of games. Then you got the Reds, who probably won't be close. And the Pirates, who I think will have the worst record, at least in the MLB. Now on to the NL West, where I have the Dodgers winning the division. Then you have the Diamondbacks, who will get that first wildcard spot, as I mentioned. The Cubs getting that second wildcard spot, which is crucial. The Rockies, again, one of those teams like the Cardinals, who I think will just miss. They're going to be in the wildcard race, but not quite get there. The Giants, who will be close. I just don't think that they're going to rebound from the terrible season that they had last season. They might do that, and the Giants are one of my least favorite teams. But if they do that, they have the potential, they have the team to do that. I wouldn't count them out, really, but in my eyes, I don't think that they have quite the roster to bounce back from the season that they had last season. And, of course, the Padres at last place, who are the Padres. Then in the NL East, you have the Nationals winning the division. The Braves kind of getting a lot better, kind of forming into a real team there. The Phillies, who are kind of in the same situation. The Mets, who I just have concerns a lot about the Mets overall in general. And the Marlins, who are basically going to go full tank mode. I don't think that they'll be the Pirates, but I think they'll be pretty close. Then go over to the American League, and we'll start with the AL Central. You got the Indians, who I think will get the division pretty easily. The Twins, who will be one of those teams that just misses the playoffs. You got the White Sox, who will have a better season, I believe. They got the prospects, who I think will turn out to be pretty good, and will continue to play well in the MLB. Then you got the Royals, who are basically rebuilding mode. Kind of a shame after they were kind of retooled there. They really don't have the roster, I think, that they can really have. I mean, they sold off a lot of their stuff, and a lot of guys in gone for agency. It's just pretty shameful. It's just a pretty sad team overall right now, and I don't think they'll go pretty far. They got the Tigers, who are last place, who are basically just dead in the water. I mean, I don't see them getting out of last place in that division. They're just a sad team right now. Then we go to the AL West, where I have the Astros winning in the division to my demise. And then the Angels just sneaking into the playoffs right there. Then you got the Mariners, who are going to be close, but again, I think they're going to have another heartbreaking season where they're close, but not quite, and I think they'll just miss the playoffs as well. The Athletics, who will have a transitioning year, I guess you could say. They have a lot of good prospects, and I think that they could come up and play well. I think that we'll just get over the Texas Rangers, who are my favorite team, and no, you can't call me for being biased now, because I'm picking them to be last in the division. And, there's tons of reasons why I think they'll be last in the division, but I just think that the team overall is just aged horribly. I mean, guys who are supposed to be a lot better than they have, like Odor, have just been bad recently. Last of the year, they really haven't been all too impressive. I'm hoping that guys like Mazzara will take the next step. Maybe guys like Gallo will be a little bit better than just hitting home runs. But I just think that the overall team is just really mediocre. I think the Athletics will be able to beat them pretty easily. Then you got in the AL East, you got the Yankees, who will probably, I'd say probably have the best, record in the MLB. Who just their lineup overall is just insane. It's incredible, and I really have no idea how they can't be first in the league. It's just going to take them a massive upset to not be. Then you have the Red Sox, who I think will have that first wildcard position. Then you have the Rays, who again are kind of in the same position as like a Mariners, who are still have a decent team, but I don't think they'll quite get there. Orioles, who I think will just stay meh. They've been meh the past couple of seasons. I think they'll just stay in that position. Then the Blue Jays, who it is a little bit biased, but at the same time, there's lots of reasons why they could have this. I think that the Blue Jays are regressing just heavily. Donaldson is on the last year of his contract, and I don't think that he's going to want to stay in Toronto, and I think that could hurt him overall. The team just isn't good. The pitching is there's really some concerns, especially in the bullpen, and overall, I think the team is really meh, and the Orioles will be able to get past them just a bit, but it really will be the Orioles and the Blue Jays that are in kind of the same category, but Orioles probably beating them by a couple of wins in the standings at least. So with the bracket, the playoff teams. You have the Brewers, Cubs, Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Nationals in the NL, and I got the Indians, Astros, Angels, Yankees, and Red Sox in the AL. Alright, so here are my playoff brackets. So before we get to who won here, let's start with the wild cards and who I think will advance. So we're going to start with the NL. We're going to start with the Diamondbacks-Cubs game. And honestly, I think the Cubs will advance there. It'll be a close game, but I think the Cubs have more playoff experience, of course, and I think the Diamondbacks won't get totally overwhelmed, but I think they'll just find a way to lose that game, and the Cubs will advance to the NLDS. Then you go to the AL1 with the Red Sox and the Angels, and that's going to be a tough series, a tough game right there, but I think the Red Sox do pull through. It's going to be a tough one. I think the offenses will be strong through both games, or through one game, but I think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Red Sox will get past that one. Then we'll start with the ALDSs. We'll start with the AL right here. Let's go with the Yankees, Red Sox, and I say that the Yankees advance in 5 games. It's going to be a tough-fought series, but I think the Yankees wouldn't have their number. Of course, the Red Sox have had the Yankees number in the past, but I think that the Yankees will advance just barely up to the ALCS there. Then we got the Astros-Indians series right there, which would be a fantastic series to watch. And I'm going to take some flack here. Of course, I am a Rangers fan, but this is kind of why I just feel generally, I feel like the Indians will take care of the Astros. I think the Astros have will have a little bit of fatigue from last playoffs, winning the World Series. I did predict them to win the World Series last playoffs. That is a big thing there. But I think the Indians will have pretty much a vengeance to get past and get to the World Series this playoffs, I guess. I don't think it will happen, but I think they will get at least to the ALCS. Then we go to the ALCS and the AL. We have the Yankees and the Indians, and of course, I think that the Yankees will just barely get past the Indians in 7 games. Of course, I have the number up there. That's what it means. 7 games. I think the Yankees will just get past the Indians. They'll make a hard-fought series, but I think the Yankees will be able to just barely nudge their way through. And then we got the NL series. We have the Dodgers versus Cubs in the ALDS, and I think that the Dodgers do win in 3 games. I just think that the Cubs will just get overwhelmed there. Then we got the Nationals and Brewers, and that's going to be a fun series to watch. Both teams are going to be pretty good there. And I'd say that the Nationals beat the Brewers in 5. I think the Brewers are going to take a tough fight up to the Nationals. I think the Nationals will just barely get past them. I think it'll be a tough fought series and a good one to watch, but I think the Nationals will just get past them. And we go on to the NLCS, where we have the Dodgers and the Nationals. And I think the Dodgers do take care of the Nationals in 6 games. Of course, Bryce Harper is not going to be very happy about that. But I think the Dodgers will have the firepower to get past the Nationals once again. Then we go to the almighty World Series here. And it's going to be the Dodgers versus the Yankees. And of course, you can see there, I have the Dodgers winning the World Series in 6 games. Now, the reason I think that is, I think that they're going to have a little bit less pressure than they had this past playoffs, I guess. And the Yankees are the favorites to win the World Series, and I think that having a difference is going to be good for me. But also, I think the Dodgers will have a great pitching performance in that series. I think that the Yankees will not get shut down completely offensively, but they'll get shut down. They'll have a much tougher opponent than, let's say, the Indians or the Red Sox as in terms of pitching-wise. I mean, the Dodgers will put up a fantastic fight against the Yankees and win the series, and it'll be a lot of close games. And I think the Dodgers are going to have the better bullpen to pull through for there. And I think that the Dodgers overall have the better pitching. They still have a great offense there. I think that pitching will put the Dodgers over the Yankees and have the Dodgers win the World Series. Now, of course, this is a very gutsy prediction here because the Dodgers haven't won anything in 30 years, and I know that, but I think that the Dodgers have the motivation and the talent and the youth, and all together, I think that they have the best complete package this season going forward. They don't have Blewett Darvish in their rotation. I think that's a big thing for them, and I think the Dodgers will get there and be able to be clutch when they need to, and I think that's a big thing for them. They haven't really been lately in the last 30 years, and I think that will be able to just get past the Yankees and win the series and win the World Series. But of course, these predictions could be totally wrong, and I could be totally incorrect by basically the midpoint of the season. That could happen for sure. But I'd say that MLB is a pretty safe league to predict. There's probably going to be a couple wrong things, a couple of teams sneaking in that I think won't sneak in. But I think that overall my predictions will be close to accurate. Not really the seeds, but I think the teams that will get in. But of course, comment down below who you think will win the World Series, or even go a step farther and post your predictions. I know that, I haven't made a baseball video in a long time, but I know some of you in the crowd of my audience do like that stuff. So I wanted to provide an MLB video for the start of the MLB season, and I thought no better time to do it than a time where there's really no hockey news. But that's going on, guys. Like, subscribe, and not ring that bell. Again, comment down below your predictions for the World Series win, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.